I need to share with you some just tragic news that I learned of this past February. JNCO jeans are going out of business. If you don't remember JNCO, let me show you a picture of what JNCO jeans look like. These were really popular in the 90s. I thought about having you raise your hand if you owned a pair of these, but I figured the shame would be... Now, I remember when I was in high school in the 90s, these were like the jeans. You really wanted a pair of these. And my parents wouldn't let me have any this baggy, so I got the baggiest pair I could have. You know, back then I was thin, not so much today. Back then I was thin, but I was wearing pants that were like a couple sizes too big, so they would almost kind of look like JNCO jeans. Now, I was a little impressed that it wasn't until February of 2018 that JNCO is going out of business. I'm impressed that they've hung around this long, because that was a cultural fad that did not last very long. Now, some of us, we remember this fad, and some of you were maybe a little bit more experienced, a little bit older, and so this fad wasn't as big a deal, but maybe, let me show you another picture of maybe a fad that was kind of a big deal back in your day, right? Bell bottoms, right? And it's kind of the same concept. Now, what's funny to me about bell bottoms is the first time that I remember ever seeing a pair of bell bottoms, I was a kid, and I was watching television with my dad, and my dad loved Star Trek. And we're watching one of the old Star Trek movies or episodes, and the people on the spaceship Enterprise, which is hundreds of years in the future, were wearing bell bottoms. And I said to my dad, they were like running and their pants were flapping, and I said to my dad as a kid, I was like, what's wrong with their pants? And he said, those are bell bottoms. And I said, what are bell bottoms? He explained, those were really popular when I was younger. Now here's what's funny about that. Someone putting together a television program about something hundreds of years in the future said, these are still going to be in style 200, 300 years from now. When they weren't in style 10 years later, right? And there are things that become popular when we're young that we think this is always going to be cool. This is always going to be in style. You talk to any person about which music they think is the best music, it's most likely the music that came out when they were between the ages of 13 and 18. Because that's the music that came of age too. And every generation thinks the music of today is just awful, right? But the music when they were a teenager, that was the real stuff. Fads come and go. Trends go through changes. JNCO jeans came and went. Bell bottoms came and went. Hopefully skinny jeans are going to come and go. Skinny jeans is not an easy fad for me to get behind, all right? Skinny jeans to me are just any jeans I've worn since 30, okay? These fads come and go. And what we're living through right now, the cultural moment that we're in right now, is that it's currently very popular in our culture to be radically inclusive.